William Phillips is pulling away now from Adam Craig at the front of this one here. As I was trying to say earlier on, remember we still have got Tom Roach, who has driven away from these guys in these tricky, dodgy conditions today at Croft. He showed his class in the dry, and he's also showed us a great bit of class in the wet here. Oh, sideways Philip, well caught. Had to breathe out the throttle pedal considerably there as he got on the gas coming out of towers and went all sideways through the left, through the right. It's just a fine line as a balancing act, really. He's got that car just dancing about. There isn't much in the way of grip here, and this is quite a fast area. What you don't want to do is put a couple of wheels in the grass just after Barcroft, because you will have nothing to stop you apart from that tyre wall you can see in the background there as somebody disappears off wide. Now, what car was that? Was that the number 44 car? It was. Number 44 runs wide and goes off the track and rejoins Paul Bishop there. So great shame for Paul Bishop. Lucky though, that's the old pit road entry down there at the back of Sunny. Start the complex there as there's a little bit of an attack on William Phillips here. But Paul Bishop managed to rejoin the track at Sunny out. Arms crossed, touching the throttle pedal, accelerates out. Good drive, like that one. No wheel spin on that one. Nice smooth, consistent gear change up the main straight he goes. Gets a pit board. Still there's a black flag hanging out of that pit wall. So the stewards are being very strict with these guys. And who's that? All crossed up and sideways. Number 5 with a huge moment, Richard Collins. And manages just to hold that. Now that was right in front of the leaders. That's Preston. Preston going through there. And then is that Ed Gay as well in the middle of that? So that got very, very close. Collins was lucky not to be collected by anybody there. As we pick up with the number 42 car of Charlie Charman. And he's right behind Alan Henderson. Mark Robinson in there as well. And this is a classic little battle. Robinson manages to hold that one. You can almost see the whites of his eyes there with that effort coming out of Sunny out. Henderson, Charman, right in front of him, fighting it out to the end in this one. And Alan Henderson, well, he'll feel that he needs to be at the front of this one because he lost out yesterday. Lost out in the first race, unfortunately. And he's getting Matt Robinson up the inside of Charman as well there. And he's getting a lot of heat from these guys as he's very sideways off the corner. Matt Robinson was also sideways, and that's let Charman come back through. And there's Simon Goddard with the number 46 Blink Motorsport car right behind Robinson just now. Where is it? Is he going to make an appearance on this television screen just now? Here he is, he's alongside us. It's a bold move on the outside of Clairvaux because Robinson's on the inside. He's going to turn in. He's going to get to his apex. And somewhere out there must have been Simon Goddard as we watched Alan Henderson bouncing through the gravel trap. Put a rake on the back of that. The circuit staff would love you, Alan. Levelling the gravel trap out for them. Now we're going to stay on board through the chicane. Through the left, through the right. Oh, big sideways on the exit of the left. And heading down towards Tower opposite the pits. The pit crew will all be watching this one intently as they head towards Tower. And we pick back up with the man on a mission at the front on his own. It is Tom Roach in the Blendini Motorsport car. And that looks like John Coburn Evans. I think the number 77 car, JCE, is just about to get caught and possibly go a lap down. As in towards the complex comes that number 1 car. You can see the battle raging as they go over the back through the Jim Clark S's there. But it's all about this man, Tom Roach, in towards the hairpin. Evans will see him coming. JCE quite off the pace this weekend, which is a bit of a shame as we go back on with Robinson. Robinson's overcooked at this time, too much curb, around he goes. That's Phillips actually we were on board with there. Phillips, you can see him getting back down the gears very quickly and drives away from that one. So unfortunately Phillips takes too much curb and spins it round at the chicane. So number 17 William Phillips does a loop-the-loop. And we go on board with that one, but we're now picking up again with our leader. He's got past John Coburn Evans, and the rain now started to come down. You can hear it on the microphone and the camera. As through, that's a good example how to go through that chicane there. Nice, constant, smooth throttle, not bouncing over too many curbs, not upsetting the car. And he did say in his post-race interview, he's got a good car underneath him from Blendini. He's got a good engine in that thing, and he's driving it well. I did say in the dry race, it didn't look like he was over-driving it. He wasn't forcing the car to do what it didn't want to do. And who has got an answer for Tom Roach? That's what we must ask ourselves. I honestly thought Ed Gay would have possibly had him in this one because he started at the front, but in the wet conditions, Tom Roach has absolutely shown everybody his class. He showed them in the dry, but he's shown them even more in the wet there, that he is the man to beat in the BRSCC Mazda MX-5 Championship as he comes through Sonny M. A little bit of care back towards the apex of Sonny out. And we flick back. Oh, it's John Evans, John Coburn Evans into the tyre barrier right underneath our cameraman. And that's what happens if you drop a wheel off going through Battercroft. Touch the wet grass and then you're a passenger until you hit something. 10 out of 10 for the cameraman. Stood his ground. We do like that. And John didn't take the biggest hit into the tyre wall there. So hopefully there won't be too much damage to that number 77 car. But unfortunately for him, it wasn't to be. But out of the last corner it comes Tom Roach. He has a lovely little sideways drift. He comes down. He hugs the pit wall. And he takes another checker flag. It's so 2 out of 2 for Tom Roach. As John Evans does a little bit of a 3-point turn at Barcroft. But your winner of the second race is Tom Roach. He will be absolutely delighted with that one. Ed Gay's going to come through for a fine second place, only just from Alex Preston. Ed will be happy with that one, but Alex Preston definitely took the fight towards him right at the end, towards the line there. But there's your man. There's your man off the wet race and off the dry race. He's done it in the wet, he's done it in the dry. Somebody's going to have to come up with an answer for this man pretty soon, because the Blendini Motorsport #1 car of Tom Roach has taken a commanding victory here in the wet at Croft today. Race 2 sees Tom Roach taking a double. Tom Roach #1 from Alex Preston and James Blake Baldwin. Simon Baldwin and Brett Smith. Matt Robinson was 6, Simon Goddard was 7, Henderson, Blackwell Chambers and Charlie Charman comes home in 10th place.
I was going into it a bit nervous because the track was of course very wet, and going through the 2 green flag laps was a little bit slippy here and there. And again, had a fantastic start, managed to go up into second again, but Ed managed to take me on the outside. I kept on with him, held on, got a few challenges for Brett Smith here and there, and I just tried to defend away from him, and he managed to not get past, and then got past Ed going into a corner. He got a little bit sideways, so I managed to sneak up on the inside of him, and then last lap he managed to undertake me going into last corner, but he was 4 wheels off a few places, which has demoted him down a few places. But no, I'm pleased with the performance of the car. It was doing really well. So I'd like to thank Blink Motorsport, OW Bunker and my dad for everything.
Yeah, it was a great race. Managed to get away at the start. I saw the guys were battling behind. Car was just fantastic. I love driving it in the rain, and I've got to say a massive thank you to Blendini Motorsport, because the setup's so well balanced that it's just a pleasure to drive, and also a big thanks to Blink Motorsport because my engine's great as ever.
Tom Roach once again, pole position man, front row of the grid alongside Alex Preston, with James Blake Baldwin and Simon Baldwin making it a Baldwin second row. Brett Smith and Matt Robinson, the fast charging Robinson, is 6th, with Simon Goddard and Alan Henderson in 8th. While Blackwell Chambers and Charlie Charman are 9th and 10th, with 11th Andy Coombs and Ed Gay down in 12th position. JJ Clements alongside Wayne Lamonte, with Joshua Jackson and Callum Edwards in 16th. 17th for Stephen Craggs and 18th for James Atherton. Sam Smith 19th and 20th for Adam Craig. William Phillips and Dan O'Connor are on the same row, with 23 for Chris Hart and 24th for Paul Bishop. Paul Tucker's in 25th with Clive Powles alongside him. Simon Woods, Richard Collins, Chris Evans, Tony Liversidge, and 31st JCE John Coburn Evans and Ian Prescott rounding out the grid in 30 seconds. So here we go, lights are out already, and it's a very quick start. Tricky conditions again as we head down towards Clairvaux for the first time of asking here at Croft. You can see the track, well, it's not raining, but the track is still damp and it is wet on the windscreen as Paul Bishop takes us in towards Clairvaux in the number 44 car. Just turns in there. It looks like Dan O'Connor up the inside of him in the 117 car. And O'Connor, oh, there's contact for the back, but O'Connor did manage to get through there and take that position. Once again, the Roach leads from Preston. Sideways coming through the big long left-hander there. Big sideways moment there. And Ed Gay's right up there as well. Gay's made a fantastic start to get all the way up towards the front of the field, considering he started so far back in this one, as the guys head down towards Tower for the first time of asking. But here comes Roach through Tower Bend. Tom Roach from Alex Preston, and he is away. Has anybody got an answer for this man? Tom Roach is looking to try and do the treble here this weekend at Croft Racing Circuit up north in Darlington, as he comes through the first part of the Jim Clark S's and tucks in towards Barkov, the very fast right-hander. You've got to watch, not do a John Coburn Evans, drop a wheel off the track, and you can see the tyre marks on the grass where JCE did put a wheel off, and off he went. But there's Simon Goddard, number 46 Blink Motorsport car. Simon looking for quite a good run in this one. Is somebody getting very crossed up there? I think it was maybe Blackwell Chambers. We'll get back on that one in just a minute, but very sideways through, sunny in and sunny out. A great little feature. You can see the paddock in the background there as well. Great part of the circuit here at Croft. But back at the front still Roach leading from Preston as they're backing towards the complex area now, as we go on board with Simon Woods in number 101. Woodsy comes up towards the hairpin and gets the thing turned in. That's Ed Gay just in front of him just now. So down the main straight we go. Big bright red light on the back of Ed Gay's car. For tricky conditions, inclement conditions you could say. You can see the skies not very clear, they look quite heavy, and tricky iffy track conditions, so definitely trying to search for some kind of grip today at Croft, as everybody misses the apex at the first